Hello, welcome back to ASP.NET MVC tutorial. I am Ashish. So this is part 15 of this video series. So before proceeding, please watch part 14 in order to insert data using jQuery Ajax. Okay, so now in this tutorial I'm going to discuss about how can you insert data using Bootstrap modal and jQuery in an ASP.NET MVC application. Okay, so here are 5 steps that I'm going to follow. So in the first step I will just give the reference to the necessary file, okay, that is jQuery.js, bootstrap.css and bootstrap.js file. Okay, so now in the second step I will just create a button for opening my modal, and in third step I will just create a modal. In the fourth step I will just create a form inside the modal body, and in the final step I will just make the Ajax call in order to save my form. Okay, so let's get started. So in the previous tutorial I had just created this method in order to save my form. Okay, so right now I will just call this the method from the Ajax call and provide the necessary data as a parameter. Okay, so for the time being I have just commented this because during unit testing I don't want to insert the null value into my database. Okay, so let's move to the view, and here in the part 10 I had just created this form. Okay, so let's have the view of it. This is the drop down which is dynamically binded, means the data is coming from the table, database table, and these are the three text boxes. Okay, so now I'm going to follow the steps. So for the time being just let's comment it. Okay, so in the step first what I need to do, I will just give the reference to jQuery.js, bootstrap.css and bootstrap.js. Okay, so go to your script folder and find jQuery min. Okay, so you can use any version of this jQuery. Okay, so just click on it and hold it and just place it here. Okay, so jQuery reference is done, and the second thing is bootstrap.min. So just find bootstrap.min file and just click on it and hold and drag and drop. Okay, and the third step is including the bootstrap.css. So you can see here bootstrap.min.css is already inserted. Okay, so I have just provided the necessary link here. Okay, so let's put the jQuery link first here. Okay, so order is necessary. So first I need to load the jQuery file and then bootstrap.min file. Okay, so that the bootstrap min can use the jQuery JS file. Okay, so now let's follow the second step. So create a button for opening the modal. Okay, so here I have I'm just creating a link, let's say, and give it a class btn and then btn space you need to do primary or you can use success. Okay, and just use the text open modal and provide the data toggle equals modal and put the data target. Okay, so in the data target you are going to give the ID of the modal. Okay, so let's say you are calling to the ID, so put a hash sign and let's say I'm going to create a my model. Okay, so I'm going to follow the third step. So create a model. Okay, so create a div. Okay, give a class model space. So you need to use the fade. Okay, so these class can make the significance. Okay, and you can give the ID. What ID? Just copy this and paste here. So on clicking on this link, this model is going to be open. Okay, so inside model we just use one more div and give a class model dialog. Okay, and again inside the div I will just give the model content. Okay, so just follow the sequence: modal fade, modal dialog, and then modal content. Okay, so now in the modal content I need to mention three div. Okay, so use class. First is modal header. Okay, so just copy this, paste and paste 3 times. Okay, so this is my header section and this is my body section, and what else? Footer. Okay, so header, body and footer. Okay, now expand the header, and I just need to put one, let's say h3. Okay, and just give a class equals modal title. Okay, so this is my title. Press Ctrl KD. So let's model or let's give a title techno tips MVC. Okay, and you just need an anchor button which will just close href hash. Okay, now class equals to just close and just use ampersand times. Okay, so you can see if you put the ampersand times, then this cross symbol will be used as an icon. Okay, so here on clicking of this close button, I just want to close my model. Okay, so you just need data dismiss equals model. Okay, so here I have just completed my header section. Now expand body section. So inside body I will just write anything, and inside footer I will just give 2 buttons. Okay, so first let's run this project and let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, okay, so here you go. Okay, so you just find your anchor link. Okay, now I'm going to click on it. Yeah, so there is some problem in cross button. Okay, just I'm clicking on this. Okay, so my model has been closed. Okay, so let's check I have just given this class and just cross it, cut, and just put it evub h3. Okay, now refresh it and again call it. Okay, so it just got its right position. Okay, now I need some text boxes, my form here and two button here. Okay, so I will just complete the footer part. So I just need two anchors. So let's give the class btn default. Okay, so one for btn space btn class, and use the text cancel. Okay, and again just copy this and paste here. Okay, and here is submit. Okay, and just remove this one, data dismiss, and use the primary or success. Okay, so the bootstrap has the latest version, means boot has the you can say several types of button. So here you can see, if you put a dash, then you can have the success, you can have the primary button, you can have the warning button. Okay, so I'm going to use success button. Okay, now let's refresh this and again open this model. Okay, so I got cancel button and submit. Now the last thing, you can say I have just created this model and I will just create a form inside the model body. Okay, so let's cut it, and inside the body div just place your whole content. Okay, and now just uncomment it, control K U. Okay, and control K D. Okay, so control K U will uncomment your lines. Okay, now let's refresh this and click on this. Okay, so you got your form here, and now here you can select development, and again you can save your data here. And I got this submit button, so I don't need this, so I will just cut it, and instead of this I will just paste it here, and I will just use the success and remove the button block. Okay, and ID is btn submit. Okay, now copy this ID. Now I'm going to follow the last step. I'm going to make the ajax call. Okay, so let's refresh this and let's check out. Okay, so all things okay. Now come to the view, and outside the div I will just call the ajax method. Okay, so inside the script tag, just use a function like where, or you can, I'm just going to give you the two explanation. So let's use document dot ready. You can call a function. Okay, so if you are using a ID, okay, so button submit, so you can inside the document.ready you can just use hash this ID dot click and you can write a function here. Sorry, okay, so you can make the Ajax call here also. So if you are using this, whether this button has been clicked or not, you want to check by ID, then definitely within the document.ready you just need to put it. Otherwise, if you are using the button, like suppose anchor, if you are using the anchor href equals hash, then you can define your on click method. On click you can call any function like save form and just call it and save. Okay, let's give it save one. So if you have just created this method, then outside of the document ready you can just define this where function equals to call the function, and you can write your code here. Okay, so both are similar. So either you can just identify which button has been clicked inside the, you just need to put inside the document.ready, or you can just have the anchor button on click save form. It must be placed outside of this document.ready. Okay, so let's remove this, or let's start it with here. Okay, so I'm going to put the Ajax call method. Okay, just let's comment this. Okay, so $.ajax. In the previous video I had just explained it. Now I'm just revising. Okay, so use type equals type colon whether it is post or get. Okay, so second thing is data, so you just need to put my form data. Okay, so here you will put my form data, and in form data you are just going to insert, let's declare this as where. Okay, and you just need to copy this ID, because inside form all my drop down text boxes are placed. Okay, so you just need to copy this form. Okay, so inside dollar you are using ID, so you just need to put hash sign and then my form dot and serialize. Okay, so you will get all your data inside my form data, and just place it here. Okay, and before data you just need to use URL. Okay, so URL, just specify your URL here. Okay, so my controller name test and my method name index. So if you go to the controller, and you can find the index is method, and what is my controller name? Controller name is test. Okay, so I have just provided the URL and data and the success. If I call to the server, and the server will give me the response, and if it is the success, then I will call a function. Okay, and I will do post stuff. Okay, so I have just opened this form, open this model, and after submitting this model, submitting this form, I want to just close this model. So I will just close this model using jQuery. Okay, so what is my model ID? So let's check my model. Okay, so just copy this, and inside I'm just going to close my model. Okay, so inside this, just write #sign model dot model. Okay, and just put the bracket, and inside that write the model hide. Okay, so for opening model you can write show, and if you want to toggle, just use toggle. Okay, if model is open, then it will be automatically be closed. Okay, so I will just put, because I want to hide this model, so I will just use it. Okay, so we have completed the fifth step. Okay, now run this project, and the one thing I am missing here. Okay, so I have just used this loader, and just if I remove this display none, so I can see my loader here. So just refresh it, and open. So I can see my loader here. So that's why initially I had just hided it. Okay, so display none and loader diff, just copy this ID, and after clicking on this button I want to show my loader. Okay, so dollar this hash this loader diff dot show. Okay, so uh, it is in a hide state, so I just show this. Okay, now copy this again, and after completion of my Ajax call I will just hide it again. Okay, so now go to controller and put a breakpoint here. Now we will see whether we are getting all value or not. Okay, so just refresh it, and open your model. Okay, now select your value, say Ashish, address India, and site name is Techno Tips Tutorial. Okay, let's fb.com/technotips. Okay, now first thing, you just need to debug it. So first click on F12, function F12. Okay, now I'm going to submit it. So I have submitted, and my loader is coming, and my Ajax just call this method and provided the ID. You can see address is India, department ID is 1, employee ID is 0, name is Ashish, and site is this. Okay, so this is not going to save my form because I have just commented it. Okay, so just let's continue this. Okay, so model is closed and my form is here, so model is closed. Okay, so now let's stop this application and let's uncomment it. Okay, and this is my database. So in the employee table, let's execute this. So it has 11 record right now. Okay, now run this application. So here you go. Okay, so I am just clicking on my model, so form is open, and here QA name, let's select Ashish, and address India, site name fb.com/technotips tutorial. Okay, and now submit this. Okay, so I got all value here. Okay, now continue this. Okay, now let's check in the database, execute this. So it has, right now it has 12th record, that is Ashish, department ID is 2, India, and in the site table just execute this. So in the site table fb.com/technotips tutorial has been inserted. Okay, so I think this is the easiest way you can do. So jQuery is very easy, Bootstrap is very easy, so don't get afraid. I will just upload this code on my site, and you can find this code live. Okay, so I'm done here. So thank you very much for watching my tutorial, and if you like it, then give a thumbs up. Please share my videos, like it, comment if you have any problem, and do subscribe my channel. Okay, so we are available on facebook.com/technotips tutorial, and you can also find us on Twitter, so twitter.com/technotipsmvc. Okay, so thank you very much for watching me. Have a nice day. Okay, bye bye.